Hello, hello, my lovely Capricorns. Welcome to Soul Sick Tarot. My name is Christina, and I'm going to be doing your general read for the upcoming week of January. Hope y'all are doing well. Kairos. Patiently waiting and watching. The unseen. Got to water my plant. It's so not happy with me right now. It's looking at me sadly. I'm sorry, plant. I'll come take care of you in just a minute. Let's see what else is there for my caps. If that one wants to come out. January, where were we at in January? You guys were making some decisions about moving into like a next level of commitment with the person that you are either with or that you've, like had in your life, just depending on what level my cappies are at. And it seems like you're waiting for something that is unseen. Like there's this element of the unseen is typically like an experience, like a dream or, an apparition or something like that. But I don't think that you're waiting for that. I think that you're waiting for, possibly there are some changes that are coming up in your life, and you're just kind of like waiting to see how it plays out. Honestly, for some of my caps, I kind of feel like, because y'all had this person in your life, and it wasn't necessarily like a third party, but it was just like somebody who had a lot of influence over you, and it's kind of like you're waiting to see where they go or what's going on with that, because that's how you're, I don't want to say like making your decision, because I kind of feel like you've already made the decision to go in the direction that you want to go in, and it's not that idea of changing your mind. But it's the idea of like waiting to see how things go. Like you're patiently sitting on this, God, the unseen. Something deeper. The Lover and Eros, just the idea of like romantic, passionate love. The Lover is, I love how beautiful this card is, with the diamond, but in the Eros card, but it's that idea of like, the story of the ugly duckling is popping into my head right now. Like something that started out kind of, like not so pretty, blossoming into something beautiful and desirable. And I think, like there's just this idea of moving towards romance and passion and love. And you've just kind of been sitting back and watching things unfold. I guess it's the unseen, because it's like that idea of like you had no way of knowing really. Like people can say one thing, but like that doesn't mean that they're going to behave in that way. And I kind of feel like you've just been watching things unfold before your eyes. And I think that plays out on two parts. You're watching it unfold for the person who is in your life and for the person who has been in your life. Kind of like your ex-girlfriend and your new girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend and your new boyfriend. Like you guys have been, especially if you have kids with them, especially, like my baby mamas and my baby daddies, you know what I mean? Like it's that idea that you haven't really moved forward past this person, not in a way that has really, like seemed sincere, and you're moving past this person now. But I think you're seeing how they're handling it, like that you're seeing how they're moving on, or how they're behaving, or how they're, like how everything's playing out with them, because I think there's a part of you that was a little bit afraid of their reaction. And then, you're sitting back and you're patiently watching for everything that's going on with this new person, because I think that you sincerely want to move forward with this person, like that you really care about this person, but like also you just, you don't know them as well as that other person. I kind of get the feeling that that's been an argument that you had with that person too. Is like, especially if you have kids, is like, you don't even know this person. Like, how dare you bring them around my kid? And I think you kind of feeling like, you're right. Well, I'm just getting to know this person. And so you're sitting back and you're just kind of like taking the time to get to know them, but with the intention of moving forward, because I think everything that you're seeing is, you feel good about it, I want to say. The High Priestess. Another card I can't see yet. Queen of Wands, the Hermit, Ace of Cups, Justice, and the High Priestess. Okay, so patiently waiting for what it is that you're seeing. The one person and the other person. Okay, so I think that, again, the Hermit is just kind of this idea that like you guys pulled away. You've got Kairos here. And I think that's just, that idea, like you're pulling away and you're just watching. You're watching to see how everyone behaves. You're watching to see like what takes place where and how and when. And, like I kind of get the feeling that it's almost this idea of like even just I want to say like testing the waters a little bit, like not that you're pushing this person, but like I kind of feel like you're pushing them just to see if they'll react, because you're like, this is going to be something that is prevalent in my life, and especially for my caps that have children, it's just kind of like that. There's not a goddamn thing I can do about the fact that this person is their parent as well. And, I need to see how this person is going to react and how they're going to behave, and if they're going to handle this gracefully, or if it's just going to be another shit show of drama, because I don't want any more shit shows of drama. And so I think that that's part of what you've been kind of like pulling away and like watching to see, for my non babied up cappies, it could be that, you've got family, or, friends that are really important that, I don't know, take it how it resonates. But whatever it is, you're pulling away because you just want to see, like, how is it that this is going to play out for me? Like, let me test the waters and see, because I haven't seen this person in that scenario yet. The Queen of Wands, the High Priestess, Justice, and the Ace of Cups. I want to say that whatever it is, it's like this idea of like this final walking away. I feel like it's this like final letting go. In Cappies, y'all are so stubborn, and once you have your mind set on something, it's really like fucking damn near impossible to talk you out of it. And I feel like that's kind of where you've been pulling back, because you're like, okay, you've been going through all of this growth and all of this transition, and you've been going through that. What did we say in the last one? It was like that idea that you were like, look at me, I did this on purpose. But you were so caught up in the idea that you had done it on purpose, and you were thinking about yourself, that you weren't seeing like what it was that you had done. And now you're kind of in this place where you're like, okay, I need to pull away and like really like take a look at this, because if I'm making this decision, I'm making this decision. And so, it seems like you're like coming into a place where you're just kind of like testing the waters a little bit to see like how everything is going to play out. And I kind of want to say that the Queen of Wands with the unseen is almost this like, that like, let's see what happens, like I'm going to step over here for a second, and I'm going to see how this plays out. And I think that what you see is that the person that you're dealing with, deals with everything like gracefully and knowledgeably and wholly, and brings into justice, I want to say, this idea of you moving forward. Because I feel like you moving forward was something that you were having a really difficult time with. Like you knew you wanted to do it. You knew you had decided to do this, and yet you're having a really hard time letting it go. And it's almost this idea that, like the way that this person handles whatever it is that you're kind of throwing their way, they handle it so well that you're willing to like finally walk away from what was and move into what it is that you had intentionally created, and bring it into justice. Like with this newness of, I don't, some of my Cappies, brand new relationship. Other of my Cappies, y'all have been in a relationship for a few months, but like this, I want to say this newness of intimacy that you're going to be experiencing with them, that idea of like really and truly like getting into that heart space with them. It's kind of like you were caught up in that whirlwind outside idea of it all, but now it's like you're ready to settle into them, is what I want to say. And that's what's kind of like through the week. So I don't know if, how much of any of this has already played out. Obviously energies are fluid, but it does kind of seem like you all have been checking it out, seeing how it'll play out, because you want to make sure that you're making the right decision and moving in the direction that you sincerely want to go, because once you decide to go that way, that's the way you're going. God love you. Okay. The Orphan and the Hunter. Again, it's just that idea of like walking away from this mentality. Because, honestly, Cap, I feel like you guys lived in that mentality. The person that you had been with and the relationships that you had been in, you felt kind of abandoned in them. Like nobody had the stability and the duration that you had. Like y'all are strong and steady. And I think that you've possibly been attracted to people who are not strong and steady, but I kind of get the feeling that this person that you're in a relationship with now, or you're coming into a relationship with, is somebody who isn't flighty. It's somebody who is solid and understanding and patient, in all of the ways that I think you wanted for others to be. And you like impart that whole, what was the hero villain thing that y'all had been dealing with, and you love people who rely on you, because that's, you want to be relied on, like it's a love language of yours. You're like, I need you to need me, but you were attracting people who needed you temporarily, didn't need you to need you, didn't connect with you, didn't have that like oneness with you. You were more like a solid ground to land on after they had just gone whipping through a moment in time in life. And so you had a little bit of difficulty trusting that you were going to attract something that wasn't going to be flighty. And yet you did. And so you're walking away from this mentality because you're seeing and understanding the fact that no, like that's not what you had attracted this time, that what you were attracting this time was something that you hadn't seen before. And, now that you're really coming into that understanding, you're like, I want to say like, dang tootin'. I don't know why I want to say dang tootin'. I feel like that's a court thing to say. But anyways, now you're ready. I feel like you're ready to really like go in solidly and make this commitment and move to that next level with this person, because you see them as stable ground. You see them as somebody who I want to say is like a ride or die for you, like you see that this person, what they appreciate about you, what they desire in you are, the qualities that the other people had been irritated by almost. It's like everything is different. Everything is different. And I'm not sure you could see it at first, but I think that you've been paying very close attention for a while now, and you're seeing that what you're wanting with this person is absolutely nothing like what you've had with the people from the past, especially, the ones who you are, still attached to. So that's a very like sweet, heartwarming read, and I loved it. And I love you guys, and I hope this resonates, and you have a fantastic week, and I'll see y'all again soon. Bye.